Okay, so here we go. This is what came to mind for me to speak to you guys and gals. So let's be thoughtful that by the time you view or hear this video, that the sun will be in Libra, or the sun is in Libra, and the moon is in Virgo, which is going to change pretty rapidly compared to the rest of the celestial bodies movements. However, I just want to make that a distinction as well, because I'm going to bring that into the lesson later on. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of the times people say, oh, the bills, they complain about the bills, and they say, oh, even inflation, or this is skyrocketed to this, that, and the third, the prices is this, and everywhere I look, everywhere I turn around, the bills, and it results into me having some type of difficulty managing finances or just keeping up with the economy. Pardon me if the volume was down too low in the beginning, but here we go. We should be getting better volume now. So, the reason that I bring this up is because the sun is your life force, your energy life force. However, the moon is your survival and your instincts to survive, right? So you see how these two intertwine when you think about it in a bigger scheme of things. Now, the sun, rather briefly, can have you be amazed by everything that you see. And especially once you start liking things and you build preference and likes and dislikes, then it becomes amplified, right? That is known as the ego, everyone. So, but the moon knows how to survive. The moon is more even primitive than the sun when you think about it, because from dark came light, right? So you learned how to maneuver in the dark the same way that you learned how to maneuver in the 9 months pregnancy that took place before you came to earth, right? A lot of us may not think you don't remember those 9 months. However you do, it's embedded in you. Trust and believe. So that instinct, when it comes to flowing around the zodiac wheel, travels around between 27 and 30 days around the entire zodiac, though, right? However, the sun stays focused. And when you think about the sun, especially in this lesson, just think about the word focus so we can simplify this as much as possible, right? The sun is in a certain sign for 30 days. So the reason I want to put emphasis on this is because the bills, right? The takers in your life, when do they come? Every 30 days, right? Every 30 days that bill is due. I don't care what bill it is, it's due in 30 days. You might have some type of special thing featured where you can put it to the first of the month. Some of them deal with you, right? Like, oh, you can pay your bill on the first of the month, or the 30th or the 31st of the month. And you're just like, oh, that's great. No matter what, though, it's coming every 30 days. You get what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. And the reason for it is to drain your life force. The sun is your life force. It's your energy. It's your vitality, right? Your Mars is your energy, which is the sun in action. All right. But if you because you can sit still and still be powerful, and that would be the sun's power. Still, though, if you are being pulled and tugged from a lot of different directions, then you can see how that energy can be consumed, and the next thing you know, you're down, you're getting weak, and you don't have the capabilities to do other things. And this could pertain to anything, whatever it is that you be like, oh man, this week I was supposed to do X, Y, and Z and I didn't do it. That is a time for you to sit down and do a recalculation of what it is that you have going on in your life and make some adjustments. So for Pisces people out there, this is specifically for you. However, cross watchers and every different sign that are listening, you can also apply this to your chart by finding out first where Libra is in your chart, right? So for Libras, it'll be second house. For Scorpios, it'll be 12th house, X, Y, and Z, right? So on and so forth. You can, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in the description list so everybody can find out where Libra is inside of their chart, so you can play along. So for Pisces, the sun is inside of the sign of Libra, which in the solar calendar is our 8th house of secrets between you and I, right? Secrets that are known, research, other people's money. So these are the things that we focus. Remember, keyword about the sun is focus. These are the things we are focused on right now. If you're not, you should be. But I bet you that by the time you're even hearing this, Pisces, you already are, right? That's how astrology works. You prescribe and describe. So here it is. The focus is here, right? Now, the moon is traveling through each sign, which would also result in each house throughout the whole entire time that the sun is in this sign. So what the moon is doing is it's hinting to you, right? That's your subconscious mind saying, do you want to keep this program or do you want to change this program? So with it falling inside of Virgo, for example, I'll use myself, right? I'm looking at my relationships and my commitments to those relationships, and I'm looking at them and seeing, okay, well, which ones are reciprocal, which ones are not? How much of it is on my end and how much is it on the other person's end, right? Because I might get rid of, discard, right? I'm a Pisces. If I got to discard, I'm going to discard to make my life better, or I'm going to improve myself and enhance and say, well, you know what, this person put in this amount of work or, energy into me, time into me, I need to get back and do that. Right now, with Mercury being in retrograde, it makes things even more great because I get to see where there's commitments that I have made promises to and they have not yet been fulfilled. So those are types of things that I can say, okay, well, I can improve in this area. So that's what I'm doing right now, like improving in those areas, and also making the calculation to say, well, how much work did they put in, or how much did they do? What have you done for me lately, type thing. And if it ain't adding up, then guess what? No hard feelings, and it's not even personal. This is business, because when I pertain to seventh house matters, it's 95% of the time's business. That's just how I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a train. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a way to a destination. If you're getting on, baby, get on. All right. So not to go too far from that, right, and diverge. This is the point that I want to make. I want to see where those adjustments, can be made so that I can empower myself. And if I feel that there are bills pertaining to these investments, perhaps in these commitments, in these relationships, or bills that pertain to just things that keep the business going, right? Operational costs, what can go, what can stay, right? So some of us, we may be going through life and we may say, well, let's look at something that has inflated, right? So we can have a justifiable cause here. Like gas is significantly increased over the past year, right? So let's say you notice that at the pump, or this is a necessity for you to operate your business, right? So you need this to function. So you look at certain areas, let's say for Pisces individuals, right? And again, everyone who got different signs, you could look in the description box and find out where this applies to you. Apply the house and apply the sign. So with the moon being in Virgo right now, you might be like, well, man, let me look at all these relationships that I got, because lo and behold, your business relationships are going to pertain to the internet person, the cell phone bill, et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to be looking at these things and reflecting like, what's going on here? So you may be at the pump like, I need this, but you may be looking at that leisure expense on your credit card or your debit card that says, I'm not even going to mention the company because that might be slander. But let's say like your streaming service that you utilize, right? It might be however many dollars a month. And you may be like, man, I watch one movie a month off this thing. So it's up to you to say, are you going to let your pride and your ego get in the way? Like, oh no, it's so dope that I have this brand, or this, I'm a partner with this company, and, my family is under the plan and stuff like that. You might not want to let it go because of that pride. However, your instincts, which is the moon being in Virgo, where these relationships are going to nudge you and say, are you sure you're going to let pride get in the way right now? Because you see where the gas is at right now, right? I'm just saying. So you could remove this feature that you swear up and down that you love and you gotta have so much. You only watching one movie a day. You out there grinding. You even more on the grind because gas increased. Are you sure you want to keep this? Think about it. What's the utility value on this, right? So you start measuring these things and you calculate them, because look, and when it's all said and done at the end of the day, these bills are going to drain your energy. And this is where people become their worst enemy. They become their own enemy. Like I've been guilty of making those complaints too. You know what I'm saying? Like every day, the bill, man, the bill over here, the bill over here. And it's just like, well, wait a minute, dude. You check the terms and conditions box. Fuck is you beefing with the people? You shouldn't even be talking about this out loud. At least talk about it in your head. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to nobody else about it. You check the terms and conditions box. So these types of calculations should be made so that you have a healthier ego, a better understanding of life and well-being primarily. However, secondary to that becomes a healthier ego. When it comes to the moon being in Virgo, I like to observe, which everyone's going to be doing, not just Pisces. You're going to be utilizing your observational skills, and you're going to be putting into play what needs to go, what can stay. And keep in mind, this is a 30-day process that goes on to where people are out to drain your energy. It's about energy. So what are you going to do? And you can't blame no one, right? We're all in this to trade services and make each other feel better, right? At the end of the day, we want to make each other feel happy by servicing each other. So what are the choices that you're going to make to reserve energy, build energy, expend energy? figure it out. However, when something is disturbing you and you know it, that's really your subconscious mind nudging you, because the moon rules over the subconscious mind, and subconscious mind rules over Pisces, and in tarot the moon is a Pisces card, and I could just keep on going. I could go forever about this stuff. So that's the lesson for today, y'all.